So Patrick, could you introduce Anthony a little bit and just explain how he ended up serving a 35-year sentence?
Yeah, Anthony Davis is my eldest son. What happened was he was arrested in 2007 for a murder that took place in 2007, of which it was regarding somebody by the name of Mr. Edward Simpson. You know, he's a guy that I'm aware now isn't necessarily the businessman that was portrayed within the local newspapers, but we'll get to that. Anthony himself is now 33. At the time he was about 27. He's a father, kids. He had his own businesses, and he was a good. He is a good lad. He's a genuine kid. This murder that took place, he wasn't at the offence. He wasn't involved in the offence. There's no DNA to suggest that he was. There's nothing to really say that he was, other than, as previously said, the word of one person who we can now confirm is an unreliable source.
The word of the Supergrass.
The word of the Supergrass. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Anthony has since been arrested to present day, has always denied this offence. Having read the paperwork that I've had at my disposal, it's quite clear that he wasn't involved in no murder. It's quite clear that there was no foresight involved. It's quite clear that it's nothing to do with the offence. At the moment, he's sat in HMP Loudon Grange, awaiting the recommendation from what they call the Criminal Case Review Commission, who are presently investigating his case and have been investigating that case for the last 32 plus months. So, as I say, we're presently waiting for that. He is legally represented. He has a barrister, you know, dealing with the case, and we do have the volume of evidence that we're talking about.
And from what I understand, for this particular charge, Anthony was found innocent the first time round.
The situation was, regarding the charge, Anthony, he had two trials. On the first trial, it was deemed where they had to have a retrial. The evidence that they used in that trial is not the abundance that we have today. At that time, that evidence wasn't available. So anyway, they did a retrial, and he was found guilty on the retrial. Again, this evidence wasn't released at that point. He went to the appeals. He got sentenced to 35-year minimum recommendation life sentence. So here we have a kid who's said to be and convicted of a murder that we know he wasn't involved in, and he wasn't a part of, but yet he's serving 35 years, which is certainly far more than the actual murderers of the offence got. Yeah. So the question has to be, you know, if you're not at the scene of the crime and you're 4 miles away from the scene of a crime, walking into an Indian restaurant, why would you think that you're going to be associated to a crime that you've never been involved in?
With the Supergrass's story that convicted Anthony, is there any other supporting evidence at all linking Anthony to this murder?
I can tell you that there is no other evidence that I'm aware of other than the evidence of the Supergrass evidence. There is a second person who heard the information from the fellow himself. So it's not something that he learnt himself. His name is Dean Martin. But the upshot of that particular information is that the prosecution weighed heavily on Sonny Stewart's evidence to convict Anthony Davis.